Now on Fast Track News, Purdue played in the national championship on Monday night and campus was electric with support for the team.
Plus, a water main break outside of Tarkington Residence Hall left the street flooded and residents without water.
And let's not forget, the solar eclipse turned the world black and gold on game day. Many canceled classes for students and faculty to view the cosmic event. All your campus news, weather, and sports is straight ahead. Fast Track is back.
Happy Friday, Boilermakers. I'm Rebecca DeMoss.
And I'm Jimmy Sebeski. It's Friday, April 12th. Here's a look at your campus news for the week. First, the Purdue men's basketball team's thrilling tournament run came to an end on Monday night. Reporter Sebastian Lux talked to students about their reaction to the loss and their feelings about the season.
Purdue's basketball season came to an end Monday night, and there was a wave of emotion on campus when the Yukon Huskies came out on top of the Boilermakers 75-60.
Absolutely devastated. In the end, we deserved this. When is Purdue not choked? I love my Boilermakers. We made it as far as we possibly could.
I mean, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. It just feels horrible. Vibes are low. We'll come back, though. We'll come back.
Next year, even though we won't have Edie, we'll be okay.
He deserved to win tonight. We love him. We love the team.
Number 2 is still second best.
That's my reaction.
As the sting of the loss has subsided since Monday night, we wanted to ask students how they felt about the season as a whole.
I mean, I'm sad, of course, that we lost, but I'm really proud of our team and what they did. I'm really proud to have Coach Painter and our players.
I think they had a great season. It's obviously frustrating that they didn't get to win the tournament, but they had a great season, and it was amazing to be at Mackey going for the win.
I'm a little disappointed because we were so high up and then we kind of came crashing down. But overall, I know we did a really good job. So.
Before the loss Monday, excitement on campus was everywhere. Even after the end of the season, Purdue hopes this excitement will continue. Key Purdue players like Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, Trey Kaufman-Wren, and Cam Heide are all expected to return.
I feel really optimistic. I think with the returning players in our new recruitment class, it's going to be really great.
Plenty of optimism remains going into next year and the years ahead for Purdue basketball. Reporting live for Fast Track News, I'm Sebastian Lux.
A team without Zach Edey will certainly look different for the Boilers, but a recruiting class of new stars and standout returners gives students something to look forward to.
And with the precedent for success for this season set, there's no doubt that Purdue fans have hope for the next seasons to come.
With the game came warmer temperatures here on campus, but will that last into the weekend and next week?
I sure hope so, Rebecca. I'm ready for sunny and 75. Meteorologist Alex Kirchhoff is here with a first look at the forecast.
Well, we have had a rainy past couple of days, but good news is that is starting to clear out today. We are looking at a high of 56 and a low of 40. We're seeing some rain and spotty showers in the morning, which will kind of turn into just a little bit of a windier day. And precipitation is at 60% today. Overall, we will see some clouds throughout the day and hopefully some sunshine later. We're looking right now at a current temperature of 48. And tonight, I think we could catch a possible beautiful sunset at 8:23. We'll have more coming up in my future forecast.
Speaking of the sky, Skywater Technology is rumored to be backing away from plans to build a $1.8 billion semiconductor production facility at Purdue. The facility was slated to be built at Discovery Park. It was expected to create 750 new jobs in the area. In an official statement regarding the rumors, media representative Lori Julian said, "We are refining our approach in all regions, including Indiana, to ensure that we can effectively support the diverse needs of the semiconductor industry." In the original Skywater announcement, former Purdue President Mitch Daniels said,
"This is, I say without much fear of contradiction, one of the biggest days in Purdue history, and it is much more than that."
The announcement came after SK Hynix released plans to build a $4 billion microchip factory in Purdue's research park.
Exciting stuff coming in the future for Purdue, and with the future in mind, it is time for the Just-in-Time Career Fair. The Just-in-Time Career Fair is an opportunity to connect across all majors and colleges. It highlights Boilermaker talent just in time for summer internships and full-time jobs. At least 54 employers will be attending. The fair is next week on Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Purdue Memorial Union Ballrooms.
College of Agriculture is keeping busy with another event for the Boilermakers to enjoy. Springfest is this Saturday. SpringFest is an annual festival held at 36 sites across campus, spanning the College of Agriculture, the College of Veterinary Medicine, and Memorial Mall. The festival includes a plant sale, a vet school open house, and the annual Bug Bowl. The 16th annual Purdue Challenge 5K and Purdue Aviation Day will be hosted in tandem with SpringFest as well. The Department of Food Science will also be releasing their Boilermaker hot sauce this year. Events begin at 9 a.m. and run until 4 p.m. SpringFest is free to enjoy and is open to all ages. Pocket guides can be found day of at the information booth located at the corner of Mitch Daniels Boulevard and Marsteller Street. The guides include a map and a list of activities. To learn more about SpringFest and the different events happening across campus this Saturday, go to ag.purdue.edu/SpringFest.
Monday at 4 p.m., just shortly after the solar eclipse, students at Purdue received an alert that Stadium Drive would be closed until further notice. The news came after a water main broke on Stadium Drive. The entire affected area was on Stadium Drive between Jischke Drive and Tarkington Drive. In addition to the road closure, the university noted that some students in Tarkington Residence Hall were affected by the incident as well. Purdue made no official statement or release regarding the specific details of the break, but the line was swiftly repaired and the street is now reopened for use.
The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention hosted their Hope Walks Here campus walk at Purdue last Sunday. The AFSP is a voluntary health organization that provides resources, education, and advocacy to help prevent suicide. AFSP holds regular walks to raise awareness and funds for their mission, including community walks, campus walks, and overnight walks. The walk started at 2 p.m. Sign-up and organizer speeches started at 1 p.m. Walkers gathered at the walk for a walk around campus and ended near the engineering fountain. Signs and chalk drawings marked the way to the gathering place. Participants also picked up hope beads, took pictures with hope slogans, and shared stories of remembrance and hope. About 300 participants walked for a combined total of 134.56 miles. The Purdue Walk has raised $16,899 out of its $30,000 goal. For more information and resources, follow AFSP at their Instagram page or visit their website at afsp.org. Those wanting to donate to Purdue can click on the button at the top of the page on the website.
The total solar eclipse happened Monday afternoon. Many Boilermakers gathered around Memorial Mall. More on that next. Plus, the Boilermakers made it to the national championships. Now that the season has come to a close, what do Boilermakers want to say to our basketball team? Don't go away. Fast Track will be right back.
I'm Rachel. I'm 19 years old. I'm a sophomore in computer engineering here at Purdue, and I'm the president of DAO. So DAO stands for Dance All Out, and it's kind of like a community where all dancers of different skill levels and artists have a space to express themselves and be artists and perform. We perform at things like the AAA Night Market and the VA, the Variation Showcase, at the end of the semester. We even had our own showcase last year, and that was really exciting. DAO not only offers like weekly classes and performance opportunities, but kind of like a really strong community / family to do it with. When people talk about college, or when you see in like coming of age movies, it's all about like the main character finding like the place where they belong, whether it's in school or like extracurricular or like with their friends or another hobby. But like this could be the place where you find like your coming of age moment, and like it could be the place where you discover like a big part of your life.
Jimmy, Monday was a pretty dark day for us.
You can say that again. I really thought Purdue was going all the way this year.
Actually, Jimmy, I was talking about the solar eclipse. Reporter Yumi Colombo has the story.
This past Monday, a solar eclipse was visible in West Lafayette. To cover the event, Purdue's broadcast performance class interviewed Boilermakers about their thoughts on the solar eclipse after it occurred. One man, Bill, traveled with his wife from Chicago just to witness the eclipse before returning home and cheering on the Boilermakers Monday night.
Yeah, we came so early. She was asking me, it's like, are you sure this is it? And it's like, but yeah, we were here really early, parked our stuff, and then we just loitered around the campus for a while.
Purdue student Jack shared his experience with us, describing the environment surrounding him on campus during the eclipse.
It's just, there are so many people here and everybody's celebrating and having a great time. The fact that it's still dark out is hilarious to me. Other than that, you know, spending time with the people I know and people I'm close with, and it's just been a really good time.
The eclipse was at 99% for viewing in West Lafayette. And while that isn't 100% totality, like viewing it was in Indianapolis, Bill explains his reaction after the eclipse reached 99% here on campus.
I was sort of impressed with 99% and how much light was still here, and then the temperature dropped. So it seemed like somebody turned on the AC.
These shades aren't a fashion statement, but one of many pairs Boilermakers used to view the solar eclipse that happened Monday, April 8th. But are you wondering what to do with these glasses now that the solar eclipse has passed? Here's your chance. You can donate them to South America for the October eclipse happening in 2024. You can find a drop box outside of Dr. Cedarberg's office in room 233 in the physics building. The deadline for this is Tuesday, April 16th. Reporting for Fast Track News, I'm Yumi Colombo.
Thank you, Yumi, for shining some light on that story. And Rebecca, did you see all those cool glasses? I'm glad I was able to get a pair.
Me too. And like Yumi said, make sure that if you're done using them, drop them off at the Purdue Physics Building in room 233. Until Tuesday, April 16th, students can donate used glasses to be sent to South American students for their eclipse in October.
What a thoughtful idea. I've also been thinking about the rain. Is this rain ever going to stop? Let's see what meteorologist Alex Kirchhoff has to say.
Coming up, we have had a rainy past couple of days, but good news is if you have plans for this weekend, we are looking at sunshine and warmer weather. We'll have more of that coming up later.
Three, two, one.
Welcome to Fast Track News.
Hola from Spain. G'day, mates.
Buenos dias.
Bonjour.
Hello from South Korea.
I'm studying abroad in Valencia, Spain this semester. I'm studying abroad in Sydney, Australia.
I'm studying abroad in Madrid, Spain.
Studying at Seoul National University.
At Issy Supero in Toulouse, France.
And I'm really getting to enjoy meeting all the new people and the culture.
How different it is from Purdue University.
It is an absolutely fantastic experience.
I'm living my best life.
I can't wait to see you guys all overseas soon. A bientôt.
Adios.
Nos vemos de España.
Well, good morning, and if you are just tuning in with us, the current temperature right now is 48 degrees. Today we are seeing some rain and some wind, but good news is that is going to clear out this evening into the day tomorrow. Now, looking at our rain totals, we had rain Wednesday night, Thursday, and into this morning, but overall we are seeing about an 1.5 to 2 inches in West Lafayette, a consistent story in Lafayette. In Indianapolis, got a little bit more than that, 2 inches to 2 3/4. Looking at our hourly outlook, today overall we are just starting in the upper 40s and we'll kind of top off in the mid 50s. Today is going to be the coolest day of this week and also into next week. This is the coolest day that we are going to see for about 7 to 8 days. Looking overall, again, we can see some sunshine hopefully later on in the day once those clouds clear up. Now, we are tracking some rain. Now, I don't want to be too concerned about what is coming in on Sunday, but you can see that there is a bit of a sell happening here. What we want to look at is what's happening later on in the week. As those temperatures start to rise, that air becomes a little bit more unstable. So we will be tracking that for you. Today, though, there were some spotty showers early in the morning, and we're starting to see those clear out for the rest of the day. We could see some wind, but overall, that will clear out for a good weekend this Saturday and Sunday. So looking at the high of Saturday, I want to keep in mind that we have Spring Fest tomorrow, and everyone's kind of wondering what the temperatures are going to be like. Keep in mind the ground is going to be quite muddy, and overall we're looking at some upper to mid 60s tomorrow, so it'll be a beautiful day. Hopefully that mud will kind of dry up a little bit so that way your feet aren't sticking when you're walking through all those tents. And then Monday, we are going to see a high of 80 degrees. Now looking at the 7-day outlook, we are seeing a great week next week. Highs in the upper 70s to 80s. And just looking overall at next week, we will have a chance of rain on Tuesday. We will be tracking that for you later on this week. Wednesday and Thursday, again, upper 70s to lower 80s. Overall, a great start to this weekend.
We are energetic, we are motivating, and we are unique.
I don't think you can beat Quidditch.
Just ahead, a look at Purdue's first trip to national championship since 1969. Also, how does next year's roster pan out with some pieces from this year's team entering the transfer portal? I'm Brianna Mendez. Don't go away. Sports is next.
Feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't buy at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got...
After two hard-fought battles in Phoenix last weekend, the March Madness journey has come to a close. After defeating NC State in the Final Four, Purdue advanced to the championship game against UConn with the chance to win it all. Despite their efforts, the Boilermakers came home Tuesday empty-handed. Fast Track sports reporter Daniel Chin has a story.
The Boilermakers have not made an NCAA championship game since 1969 when they faced off against the UCLA Bruins. That is, until this 2024 season when they broke their 55-year drought. Over the weekend, the Boilermakers fought against 11-seed NC State in the Final Four, playing for the first game of the night in Phoenix Saturday afternoon. The match was highly anticipated as fans of both teams wondered how the two star big men, Zach Edey and DJ Burns, would shape up. As it turned out, Edey came out on top, proving to be quite the defensive nuisance for the Wolfpack. Ben Middlebrooks, a 6'10" center, was NC State's best defense against Zach Edey, but even his stamina began to dwindle partway through the second half. The Wolfpack also struggled to guard the rest of the Boilermakers after focusing all of their energy on Edey, allowing Lance to finish with 14 points and Fletcher with 11, both taking and knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Purdue had broken school history with their win over NC State, but it was too early to celebrate. As shown in locker room footage after the game, for them, the job wasn't done. The stage was set for the single match against the UConn Huskies that stood between them and the national title. Monday afternoon, Boilermakers across the U.S. lined up outside the gates of State Farm Stadium, eager to see how the night would play out. Members of paint crew were ready to cheer their team on from court level, and fans donned black and gold proudly. The game kicked off at 6:20 p.m. and was shaping up to be a close one. The ball was being scored on both sides of the court as two one-seed teams battled for the NCAA trophy. Purdue was taking shots and staying confident in their tried and true method, getting the ball to Edey close to the paint and scoring over the defense. The second half, however, is where the Boilermakers fell apart. The Huskies came out strong and began to break away right from the start. Their offense was able to maneuver around Edey and score while also blocking him out of rebounds. The rest of the team was also struggling to take shots, finishing the game with a 14.3 three-point percentage compared to the Huskies at 27.3%. Edey scored 37 points himself, the most for a single player in a losing effort for the national title. And Tristan Newton topped the charts for the Huskies, shooting 6 for 13 and putting up 20 points, the second time being the leading scorer for the team in national title games. The Huskies' speed and skill proved to be too much for the Boilermakers, and the night ended with a 15-point lead from the Huskies, 75-60. Star center Zach Edey left fans with a statement saying, "You can never say that I didn't give it my 100% every game." The Boilermakers came home with their heads down in another season without a championship trophy. Despite the final game, they put their all into the season, and it was a spectacular run for fans across the nation. For Fast Track News, I'm Daniel Chin.
What an amazing run for Purdue in this year's tournament. They've certainly made us all proud. With this being last game at Purdue for key seniors like Zach Edey and Mason Gillis, a new era of Purdue basketball is set to begin. Purdue's senior forward Mason Gillis and senior guard Ethan Morden have officially entered the transfer portal as graduate transfers. The both have one last year of eligibility with their COVID year. Gillis spent 5 seasons in West Lafayette and played a prominent role in the 2024 March Madness run. This year, he averaged 6.5 points per game and shot 47% from the three-point range. In addition, he was also awarded the Big Ten Sixth Man of the Year award. Morton started 29 of 35 games in the 2022-23 season, but saw a diminished role in this past season, with less offensive production than Gillis. Morton was well known for his defense here at Purdue. He played 7 minutes total during this year's March Madness run and averaged 2 points, 1.6 rebounds, and 1.5 assists throughout his career here at Purdue. We thank both Ethan and Mason for everything they did for the Boilers and wish them good luck in their last year of college basketball. While Purdue's season didn't end the way we wanted it to, there was a lot to be proud of, from setting a new school record for games won in a season to winning the 26th Big Ten title and making it to the Final Four for the first time since 1980. The Boilers gave us a lot to cheer for. While no one will ever be able to replace Zach Edey, the future of Purdue basketball is bright. Purdue will return with 3 of their 5 starters, as well as numerous bench players who are expected to take bigger roles next season. Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, and Trey Kaufman-Wren will all enter their junior year and likely be the core of the young team. Keep an eye on Miles Colvin and Cam Heide as they look to make a leap in their sophomore seasons. Additionally, Purdue will be bringing in a loaded recruiting class consisting of 6 new players. This class is ranked 11th nationally and features star high school players such as Cannon Catchings and Jakari Harris. Needless to say, it will be interesting to see some new faces on the court. The Purdue baseball team was in action on Tuesday, taking on the Indiana State Sycamores. This matchup came on the heels of a weekend sweep for the Boilermakers over Rutgers. Purdue currently stands 4th in the Big Ten standings. The Boilermakers looked for some vengeance against Indiana State as the Sycamores defeated Purdue back on March 26. The game was even at 2-2 in the 7th inning, but unfortunately, Purdue's bullpen allowed 7 runs in the final 2 innings, ending in a 9-3 loss. It was another 3-hit day for star freshman Luke Gaffney. The Boilermakers take on Michigan State at home this weekend. The series starts today. We'll see you at Alexander Field. The Purdue softball team was also in action on Tuesday against Indiana State. The softball team was also coming off a weekend sweep against Iowa. The sweep propelled Purdue up in the 7th in the Big Ten. It was a back-and-forth affair with Purdue scoring 4 runs in the 4th inning to take a 4-1 lead. Indiana State would rally back to tie the game 5-5 after a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. But the Boilers were able to knock in 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th to give them a eventual 8-5 win. The Boilers will take on Illinois in a 3-game series in Champaign starting tonight at 6, where Purdue will have a chance to extend their winning streak to 7 games. Grand Prix qualifications will take place this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the track near Alexander Field. There are 71 drivers registered, and they will be split into groups of 5 to go out on the track. In qualifying, there will be a 5-minute session that sets the driving order for the real race, from the fastest to slowest time. A fast lap is considered around 25 seconds, as the fastest pace in practice seen so far has been 25.4 seconds. Some names to keep an eye out are Rafe Shaw, Jacob Petticourt, Sam Griffin, and Aiden Fox. The Grand Prix will take place the following Saturday, April 20th. Good luck to all the drivers. That's a wrap for sports, but stay tuned. Fast Track will be right back after this quick timeout.
Are you looking for a new hobby?
Or you want to have a fun evening with your friends?
Then come climb to new heights at the Co-Rec Climbing Wall.
Hi there, my name is Vikram Jaithlak and I'm the founder and president of the Purdue chapter of the University Blood Initiative. Over the past 2 years, we've been able to collect over 300 pints of blood to be donated to local hospitals, and you can be the next one to help out.
I donate my blood at the University Blood Initiative.
Hi, I just donated blood through the University Blood Initiative.
Hi, I just donated blood through the University Blood Initiative at Purdue.
Right, I donated my blood through the University Blood Initiative at Purdue.
And I donated my blood at University Blood Initiative at Purdue.
I mean, every year is different, but it hasn't changed that much. Our league is just ominous, and you better lace them up tight and be ready to play every night. If not, you're going to get beat.
Now it's time for our question of the week. Purdue may have lost a national championship, but they made it far for the first time in almost 5 decades.
That's right, Jimmy. It was an incredible run, and the overwhelming support Purdue had during the tournament was unmistakable. We wanted to know how students and fans felt after it all. I asked students what they would say to the team. Our question of the week is there anything you would want to say, or what would you like to say to the team, considering they made it so far, even though they lost?
Hey, it's a shame we didn't win it, but it's a hell of a run. Did a good job.
Awesome. Thank you, Jack.
Good job, guys, and we're really proud of you here. We love you.
We're so proud of you guys. You guys are the best. Maybe we could bounce back next season. Boiler up.
I guess I would like to say thank you so much for making my senior year so memorable and impactful, and I know that we're going to keep going on next year and do even greater things in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hannah. The season might be over, but the love Boilermakers feel for the team doesn't end with it, that's for sure.
We came a long way and broke long-standing records. I, for one, could not be prouder.
I think we can both agree we feel incredibly lucky to have been a part of the Boilermaker family during this historic time.
It can only go up from here, but let's hope the weather is on the same page. Here's Alex with a final look at the forecast.
Well, looking at the 7-day outlook today, we are seeing a pretty cool day today, but as we go into this weekend and into early next week, the temperatures are just rising from here. Looking at Saturday and Sunday, if you have any plans for this weekend, you're in luck. It's going to be sunny skies and high 60s to high 70s. Looking into next week, we have a chance of rain on Tuesday, but overall, those spotty showers will be pretty inconsistent. And looking into later next week, we will see highs in the 70s into the 80s. So overall, a great start to the week for next week. I'm Alex Kirko, Fast Track News.
Happy Friday, Boilermakers. After the show, be sure to head over to our Instagram at Purdue Fast Track News. Our men's basketball team proved to be true history makers this season, making it all the way to the NCAA National Championship and ending the season second in the nation. You can recap all of our game and fan coverage in posts just like this one. Be sure to follow to keep up with future campus news, weather, and sports, and share what's important to you. See you next week.
That's a wrap for this week. We have a jam-packed weekend ahead of us.
Be sure to check back for all the latest campus news, weather, and sports.
Have a good weekend, Boilermakers.